10% of managers are phenomenal. The other 90% aren't. And I'm not being dramatic. It's the same ratio in recruiting firms. It's the same ratio everywhere. Most managers are just okay. But that 10%, they're the ones that are actually transforming companies. Their teams are thriving, retention is high, performance is through the roof. And it's not because they got lucky with talent, it's because they do 5 things differently. Today, I'm giving you the 5 traits that separate the leaders who transform companies from the ones who just manage them. I'm Renee Fry, and this is Building Your High-Performing Team, where we help you hire smarter, reduce turnover, and drive business results so you can finally sleep at night. If you want proven strategies to hire better and build teams that last, hit subscribe. We drop new insights every week. Before we get into the 5 traits, let me set the table. There's this saying, people don't leave companies, they leave their leaders. And I've seen it play out over and over again. When leadership is constantly changing, when someone's had 5 managers in 2 years, that's not stability. That person is going to find somewhere else to go. Or they're going to start wondering why they're not being considered for that leadership role themselves. And here's the hard truth. Just because someone is a high achiever in their role, just because they're great at execution, doesn't mean they're going to be a great people leader. You have to find the people whose actual strength is people leadership. That's who should be running your teams. So, what do those leaders actually look like? Let's get into it. Trait number 1, they think in systems. The best operations leaders don't just push their teams harder, they think in systems. They understand that intensity has to expand and contract. Look, a lot of companies right now are trying to do more with less. And you can push teams like that for a certain period of time. If there's a specific project, or if the plant is expanding, or if it's an all hands on deck 8-month sprint where everyone knows the deal, fine. People will rally. But there's an inflection point where the pressure becomes too great and when your team starts to burn out. And that's when resentment builds. And then they're looking for a new job. Great ops leaders get this. After that intense push, they give breathing room. They expand and contract. Because if you don't allow that reprieve, you're going to have massive turnover. And it's going to wreck your whole culture. And here's a move the best leaders make. When workload is too high, they pull resources from someone else's team. Someone in a different department wants to cross-train, wants to learn something new. You pull them in. Now you're not burning out your high performers. You're strengthening your entire employee base because knowledge is transferring across the company. Trait number 2, they lead individuals, not groups. There is so much talk right now about managing across generations. And honestly, I think a lot of it is just buzz to get clicks. Because when you break it all down, every single person on your team is on a different journey. Some have families, some don't. Some have pets. Some are super high achievers who want to climb the ladder. Others are perfectly content in their role, and that's all fine. Best leaders don't manage generations. They lead individuals. They find out what's important to each person, and then they support them through their journey. And yes, when you're leading big teams, there will be groupings of people who want similar things, but the real skill is treating everyone as the unique individual they are. Your job as a leader is to uncover their gifts, uncover their strengths, and show appreciation so they can soar. You are there to support your team, and they're there to make you look really good. Trait number 3, they re-recruit their team every day. This one is so personal to me because this is what keeps me up at night. I want to make sure I'm re-recruiting my team every single day. And what the hell does that mean? It means you're making sure they're thriving, making sure they're being challenged, making sure they're in alignment with where they want to take their career. That is the most important thing you can do as a leader. Most leaders think retention starts with onboarding, and yes, onboarding matters massively, but retention is really about what happens after. Are you checking in frequently? Are you noticing when someone's energy shifts? Are you having the real conversations? Because here's the reality. Your employees should feel comfortable coming to you and say, hey, this workload is too high. I need an additional resource. resource. And if they can't do that, you haven't built the trust. And if you haven't built the trust, you're going to find out they're unhappy when they hand you their resignation letter. The best ops leaders don't wait for exit interviews to find out what went wrong. They re-recruit every day so they never have to. Trait number 4, they over-communicate in uncertainty. During uncertain economic conditions, I see two camps of leaders. They're the ones who communicate even more, and they're the ones who pull back. They get fearful, they go into scarcity mode. The transformational leaders, they over-communicate every time. Your organization has strategic priorities that you're marching towards. Nothing's changed. Yes, you can see the levers in the economy, but your company has weathered storms before, and you know it can again. When you lead with transparency and say, hey, we see what's happening in the marketplace. Here are the dips in the data, but we're strong and we're focused on the right things, and we are going to prevail. Your team becomes even more loyal. But when you retract, when you stop communicating, that scared energy filters through the entire company. People start whispering. People start looking for new jobs. And you're going to have turnover you didn't see coming. Over communicate during uncertain times, always. Trait number 5, they build bench strength internally. The 5th trait is one a lot of companies overlook, especially when budgets get tight. The best ops leaders build their future leaders from inside. And here's the thing, you don't always need a big budget for leadership development. Your most valuable resources are already sitting in your company. Put someone on a stretch assignment, cross-train them with a different department, pair them up with a mentor internally. These are all leadership development opportunities that require zero budget. And one thing I love is when mentorship opens doors leader didn't even see coming. The employee goes to their mentor, gets inspired, comes back saying, hey, I know we're implementing a new software system. I want to be part of that project team. That's not the leader pushing development top down. That's the employee surfacing ideas back up. And that's how you know your culture is working. You are sitting on a gold mine of resources, people who know your company. Everyone's at a different level. If you pair them up with someone at a higher level, they can shadow projects, lead team meetings, take on new challenges. There are so many opportunities internally that cost you nothing. So let's run it back. The 5 traits of operations leaders who actually transform companies. 1, they think in systems. They know when to push and when to give breathing room. 2, they lead individuals, not groups. Forget the generational labels. Number 3, they re-recruit their team every single day. Number 4, they over-communicate when things get uncertain. And 5, they build bench strength from the inside. No big budget required. That's the 10%. And if you're watching this, you're probably already closer to it than you think. Our scorecard actually measures all 5 of these traits. So if you want to see where you stand and where your gaps are, grab it free. The link is in the description below. And if this resonated and you found value in it, please share it with another hiring leader who's serious about building stronger teams. If I can help you, that's what I'm here for. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We drop fresh insights every week to help you hire smarter and lead stronger. And if you're ready to fill a critical role or strengthen your leadership pipeline, visit talentq.net, where exceptional companies meet exceptional people. I'm Renee Fry, and this has been Building Your High-Performing Team from the recruiters who know your business, Talent Q. When your team is dialed in, that's when leadership feels effortless. Cheers for now, and I'll see you in the next one.